2018 has been quite a year for Ugandan rugby. The Sevens have been at their absolute best, and the league saw a winner not named Kobs or Heathens for the first time. Pirates have been a breath of fresh air for the sport that had been, until 2018, dominated by Kobs and Heathens. The last 3 years have actually seen 3 different winners, with Kobs, Heathens and Pirates taking turns at winning it. Of course, for Pirates, this is uncharted territory that comes with its own challenges, as Coach Bobby Musinguzi explains.
It's a first time for us. We have been defending champions before, so it's a learning process for us. But we're taking it in stride. We're getting to learn what we need to do, and we do it quite fast enough before it gets out of hand. In terms of motivating players, in terms of the way we play, in terms of tweaking the game plan to suit the team you're going to play, in terms of managing expectations of the opposition, because they are all geared to be like, these are guys to beat, these are guys to beat, so we have to become extra motivated.
Director of Rugby, Solomon Sendija, explains what the club had to do to scale the heights of local rugby.
That we've stayed true to our youth. We have always been a youthful club, but I think that in the past we didn't quite give them the kind of backing and belief that they required to play at the top level. So that's one of the things that we set out to do, and we kept talking to them and challenging them and giving them the chance to stretch themselves and grow. And over time they came good. We have believed in small marginal gains, doing small things right, from keeping time to team discipline to authority structures, and these are things that have translated into the way we make decisions and on and off the pitch, which eventually starts to bring in the results.
Meanwhile, rivals Heathens and Kobs, however much being on the wrong side of Pirates' success, seem to welcome the idea of a third title winner. And just like for the fans, the two also have welcomed the idea of another title challenger, as Kobs captain Brian Asaba and Heathens coach Athio Mohammed attest.
That means rugby all of a sudden has really become such a competitive sport, unlike before, where we simply had the traditional winners. It was either between Heathens and then Kobs. Having Pirates last season come out and actually, to me, I'd say they shocked everyone, was actually a very positive note in the game, because at least showed us one thing: there is something Pirates is doing right.
I think what makes sport interesting is the fact that you can't predict who is going to win, who is going to come on top, and I think that unpredictability gives sport a niche, gives rugby a niche over other sports. So I want to believe it's a positive direction for the sport as a whole, because if you looked at the last 10 years or so, Kobs and Heathens were dominating, and the fans had become tired of the league, because most of them already said, if it's not Kobs, it's Heathens, if it's not Heathens, it's Kobs. So that monopoly had bogged down the league a bit.
Pirates have not been the only bright light shining on Ugandan rugby this year. 2018 has also seen the Rugby Sevens defend their African title and also qualify for the Commonwealth Games and Rugby Sevens World Cup. The league has also seen 2 out of Kampala clubs in Jinja Hippos and Walukuba Barbarians. Soroti and Gulu all have teams as well. This is testament to the abundance of talent pool that the nation has.
Yeah, definitely. It's a sign that our game is actually moving in a positive direction, because on top of them winning the African Cup, going for the Rugby World Cup Sevens, if you look at the Samurai Sevens team, we are now having year in, year out, at least a Ugandan appear in those teams. So I want to believe the sport is actually growing worldwide. So it's moving in the right direction.
I think it has come a long way. Kudos to the Eastern Rugby Union. For me, there are people who have gotten to organize themselves. Yes, you need funding. They need funding, really, but the little they have come up to organize themselves and not depend much on the union, but to, within their means, what they can get. To see that they have 2 clubs playing in the Premier League is a plus. Then, yeah, talked about Pirates winning last season. I think that also has given more more motivation to other teams that have never won before, and they believe, yes, I think if Pirates can do it, why not us?
To commend the administration, especially for upcountry teams, because the URE has a branch of administrators up there. For the Jinja team, they have done such a great job. I mean, coming up with 2 teams into the competitive arena, that is playing with the big boys, that is a huge step going forward. We have other teams as well. We have Soroti, all of a sudden there's Soroti, there were Kitgum, Gulu. That is brilliant for the game.
Felix Manyindo, NTV Sports.